Tonight on Musical Worxx, we catch up with the bigots from the band Beissel. We also get up close and personal with the new heroes of death metal and find out what it is that makes them tick. What we find will shock the world.
Heavy metal, misunderstood by most. To some it is their haven, some may even call it their life. To the band Beissel, it is simply a vehicle for expressing their distaste for things that annoy them in and around the place. The place that you and I might call the world. Tonight, on the eve of the release of one of the most highly anticipated heavy metal records in recent memory, Beissel's debut album, The 11 Eyes of Tortured Souls Immersed in the Soup of Eternal Intestines, we get to go inside the lives of the three band members and find out what it is that makes them stand out from the pack. We know the trio became acquainted as patients in the Queensbury Federal Mental Institution back in 1991. We also know they became very close whilst inside. But their mateship really flourished once they were controversially released from the institution back in 2014. Forming the band Beissel, they got to writing songs right away. With no real goals set out, the music was purely for fun to the trio. But listening to the album, it really is obvious. The thing's a game changer for the genre.
It was always a strange dynamic as we were best of friends, but at the same time we hated each other immensely, unless we were drunk.
The wisest of the three goes on.
When the asylum closed down in 2002, we were simply set free. Promising that we felt better and would hold steady jobs, they let us go out into the world.
So what, they simply just opened the doors and let you guys go, based purely on your word of rehabilitation, is that right?
Yes, that was all it took.
Wow, that is some risk, don't you think?
Not really.
To get by day, Beissel founding member Balls has a workshop where he makes anything from small flat discs of wood up to anything really. He does struggle a little as his vision is horrible. From there he takes his goods to market where we are told he does very well. Balls explains.
It has always been a passion of mine, making things from nothing. I love wooden discs as they remind me of the plates Beissel used to give us dessert on. They were very flat and round. I cannot really see anything, so it's all feel. I can also hear if something is round.
That's interesting, Balls. And what was the objective around starting the band Beissel?
Well, the three of us worshipped one of our keepers within the institution. He was nice to us and always let us have extra ice cream. When he left us, we were devastated.
Enter the other founding member and Ball's close friend in the hospital, Mental. His day-to-day life finds him busy as school janitor. This was a big step for someone so stupid, as he had near to no experience in the workforce. He tells of his time back inside the institution.
Back in the institution, we used to play games like Walk the Fly, Count the Poos, and looking at birds in trees. Life was much simpler then. We never wanted to be a famous music band. We have always liked it though. All of our dads loved footy. We have always enjoyed playing music and drinking and ball games in the yard.
Mental. Was there ever violence amongst the group?
Si, senor.
Ever since his experience as a child, Mental has always put in extra effort in the kitchen. His name stems from his mother's bad cooking. Mental is the abbreviation for Mum's entree noodle tastes all lame. He hated her cooking that much, he used to graffiti this very word everywhere as a child, even signing off on documents with this as his given name to this day. Here Mental goes on around the subject of his identity.
My mum and I were on our way to see the Phantom of the Opera. On the way there I had a fight with a construction worker who wolf whistled at my mum. From now on I always wear the prick's hard hat. This is a reminder of that night when I killed him. This is a good memory for me.
The third member of Beissel is Maniac. An interesting character, one which we have had much trouble getting to speak to. Maniac's day-to-day job entailed a stint in the circus. His name actually came from man in a circus. His time there ended when the three of them got drunk and hijacked the circus elephants, larking around the countryside all night destroying crops and nick-knocking on homesteads. They were discovered the next morning asleep in the local police station car park, where they were escorted out of town. Maniac says of the night,
I got his hat and kept it.
There he is! Maniac! Maniac!
What?
Maniac, why won't you answer our calls? We just want to ask...
Piss off!
Oh, well, that's just charming. Listen, what do you think of your other bandmates?
Mates? What, the guy with 3 nuts and that mental master chef? Yeah, they're alright. Now peace out and piss off!
So, how did your name Balls come about?
Ask Mental.
He's got 3 nuts.
Oh, that makes sense. In 2019, Beissel will release their debut album. We asked Balls what next for Beissel.
We still wish to reunite with our keeper Beissel. We have also learnt that he sailed to Germany and made a new life farming pigs. So our goal is to raise enough money to head over there and reunite with him. We have named this band in his honour for now. Once we are reunited, we may change the name to something like With Beissel.
The great surprise in this whole exercise was the level of Mental's hospitality. He really looked after me and the crew the whole afternoon, and it was a delight. Mental. Oh, these are absolutely beautiful biscuits, by the way. Tell us the meaning behind the gruesome title of the album. The 11 eyes of tortured souls immersed in the soup of eternal intestines. It is very interesting and long. Maybe you can shed some light on what it all actually represents.
Well, you see, the tortured souls represents Maniac, Balls, and my own seeing eyes, as well as our bum eyes. This makes up 9. The calculation of 11 is made up of Maniac's dog Jemima's 2 seeing eyes. We don't believe she has a bum eye. Her asshole actually partners her gob. That explains the stench of her gob, hence why it's 11 and not 12. These eyes are represented on the record as the 11 songs. The listener's ear is the intestine that is eternal. The soup is the listener's thoughts on the songs. Or eyes.
Right. Yeah, right, okay. So, your bandmate Balls, he's quite the handyman. Aside from your work around the community, would you say his work is the most comprehensive?
He works very hard. Well, he's always repairing things around mine and Maniac's houses. He's actually fixing my stereo right now.
So, Jemima, what's the connection there? Why is she regarded so highly as her eyes to be calculated along with yours? And is it true the album opener Fish Breath is about her?
Jemima is our spiritual leader. Her breath is what started it all for us. She's had a monumental influence on Beissel and our music.
Really?
Yeah, Maniac collects all her teeth that fall out.
I don't need the Maniac to sits by my side. The eye of Satan, one with me you'll die. Let's cannot save you, but bring you to your knees. The chase of the backbone is played with the